Good evening, everyone. Been doing some readings today. Doing right now, you know. It's a lot of people in their thoughts. A lot of people that were in the upright as official people and privileged lady and privileged women and privileged and wealthy men are now in reverse. It's a lot of things going through the courthouse right now. A lot of adjudications. There's a lot of people going to poverty right now. See, now people want to understand how I felt, but they did it to themselves. See, I didn't do this to me. You did this to me, but still, I'm going to be accountable for my actions and not point fingers. But I'm here to let you know the message and be able to, when I get the message and acquire the message, give you the message. See, a lot of people, decisions are in reverse, chances are in reverse because they chose not to use the guidance that they were given. So now a lot of people thinking of all the creative catastrophes and the creative messes that they put together and spent the last 20 plus years trying to come between me and God, knowing that I am the gift that keeps giving. But now people understanding what it feels like to have unexpected income, unexpected imprisonments. There's a lot of people thinking about it now, but when you do things, especially over decades, you need to be wise and understand that what's done in the dark is going to come to the light. That's why if I do something in the dark, I'm going to do it in the light, vice versa. Because I understand the importance of balance. It's a lot of people are truly seeing their fate. A lot of people are crying or mourning. A lot of people are mourning me. Trying to understand that where did we go with all this? Why were we trying to harm and hinder and put so many obstacles and blockages in her way when all she did was help us, was love us unconditionally. But people took that unconditionally and looked at it like, okay, I'm a pull a Uno on her. I'm a pull some reverses on her. Because this is either too good to be true, or it's all a dream. Failing to realize that the dream was that they were living a dream. Thinking that they can be a villain and use the mastermind intellect, not realizing that with a hero there's a villain and vice versa. Now people are not only in debt on the physical realm, they're in debt on the spiritual realm. And no sort of prayer will compensate or alleviate what you have accumulated. There's a lot of coffins in reverse, a lot of moon magic, a lot of spell work going back. A lot of people didn't see the expectations as they truly intended. Occupations in reverse. A lot of people lost their jobs because they chose to be not only false people but false narratives. Like I said, there is no pity here. We're all adults. Nobody could point fingers at nobody because everybody wanted to have their hands in the pot. Everybody wanted to eat. Everybody wanted to ignore, but acknowledge that they wanted to steal, kill, and destroy me. People are still doing spell work. Woke up early this morning on some spell work. But at the end of the day, I'm responsible for myself, and I understand that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. My life and my actions and the things I went through speaks volumes, but it also speaks for itself. I don't need to spin anything or try to make someone see me in the light or in the darkness as if I was something that I'm not. But yeah, people chose to be false. People chose to do things in the dark. People chose to say they believe in God and say that God is watching everything. But if you knew God was watching everything, don't you know that God could see in the dark? I mean, make it make sense. Help me to understand why you felt as though you can go under the moon doing things, knowing that God created the moon. God created the sun. So why did you think that you can manipulate things, and then try to disembark and dismember my spiritual gifts, my passion, my journey to elevate. You had your life to be able to live how you want to live. So what made you think that it was okay for you to live but not okay for me to live? See, you didn't give me life. You didn't bring me in this world. You got to understand that God placed me here. God had intended a purpose for my life. And what you did was hang around in churches and hang around with people who shout from the rooftops that they claim Christianity when you're not. There's nothing Christian about you. You claim religion, but you totally live in a secret society, a secret organization, because you want money. See, if you're gonna claim religion, you should have claimed spirituality. You don't have to spin it. Because spirituality means a lot of things, but people chose to ignore and ignite something that didn't even need to be maneuvered. It didn't need to be messed with, which is me. So, all those people that are doing all this crying, mourning, the loss of their wealth that didn't belong to them. It wasn't ever theirs. Their cars, their homes, it wasn't theirs. Why are you mourning that? Because none of it belongs to you. See, people are not sad because they truly or genuinely feeling bad for their actions. They're sad because they got caught up and they got caught up so bad that they can't even remember shit because all that magic is going right back. So people that wanted me to be emotionally and mentally and physically incompetent, incapacitated mentally, emotionally. Now, do you think that you can take all that, all those demons that you were summoning? Now you seeing them and you're scared. Why you scared? You chose to dibble and dab. You chose demon time. But you're not ready for demon time because you can't trap them. And that's good. Because you played around. And now you're going to understand the universe order. The order for the ethers. Karma. Balance, justice. Everybody wanted to continue to go to the ethers and the spiritual realm to try to vindicate themselves. See, the spiritual realm overrides the physical realm. There is no sort of negotiation. You did what you did. And you got to understand that everything will be balanced. You chose to play with things that are or dangerous. You chose to siphon my gifts of me being able to be a medium, me being able to be a psychic and see past, present, and future, be able to see spirits. You chose to send the government after me, saying that I was insane, because I was seeing things, because I'm able to connect and free the spirits. Now you're seeing my mouth dry. Now you're seeing spirits. So who's insane? Who's truly going through insanity? So all those things you wanted from me, and you were gladly clinking your glasses for. Now you gonna see how I felt all those tears I was crying, because all I wanted was to help. I cried because I wanted people to understand the love, the capacity that I had love for them. But people played me like a fiddle. Now you're going to see and to understand adjudication. You get rid of all those memories of me, because I'm not coming back to you. You're not part of my new journey. My characters for my new journey. See, the thing is, I don't even have my characters yet. All I know is I'm the character. I'm my own character, which means that I'm going to have to welcome you in my life. I'm not going no past. I'm not bringing nobody in the present. Everything I do for my new journey is going to be authentic. Starting with getting my rightful name back, getting my inheritance, and being able to go back home, and being able to get my my remnants and get everything that belongs to me, and be able to show the world how it's done, and do it gracefully. A lot of people are so fixated on material things that they didn't even consider what happens if everything would have went away. Everything would have went how they wanted it to go. But people didn't think about that. People thought, about the cars, the money. They didn't think about being able to plan accordingly. Everybody wanted to spend money and put their monies together, and put my money together that you stole for death spells and for magic, and to pay the courts, to hold my inheritance, to keep something that belongs to me, to make sure that it is hard for me to be able to get it, because you've been paying off lawyers. You've been making sure that paperwork are not being documented accordingly. You've been making sure that the dockets be in upheavals. You've been manipulating, using spell work on the courthouse, on the courts, and everybody's memories. You've been putting spells on them, on judges, on the lawyers. Come on now. All this spell work. Now you're going to understand the ramifications that comes with it. So understand. Stop saying that you believe in God. Stop going to churches, because you don't go to church. You sit in somebody's living room and you complain, you weep, you mourn about all these things you're losing. But the thing is, none of it belongs to you, so you didn't lose anything. All you've done is shown people you're false. You showing people that you're nothing but Judases. You showing people that you would sell somebody out for a dime, a buck, $1. It doesn't even matter to you. You showing people that all you want to do is take, and not give, not help, not lend a hand, a helping hand at that. All you showing people is that the whole time they thought they knew you, they didn't know you at all. Now you're going to see, and you're going to understand how it feels to be in hermit mode, to not have somebody to buy you a cake or celebrate with you, or even hug you, love you, even acknowledge that they're proud of you. Now you gonna understand how I felt when all people do is walk around me and walk past me and look me in my face, knowing that they're doing something behind my back. But the thing is, I already know. I already know, like Jesus knew that Judas was going to betray him. He already said it at the Passover. One of you are going to betray me. And they said what? I wouldn't do such a thing. Yes, you would. You would do such a thing because that's what you done. You know? So what Judas did was try to give the silvers back, you know, to Pilate and stuff. They said they didn't want that. That's basically an apology, like, oh, my mistake. But we not doing mistakes because you knew what you did, and you know what you're doing. You know what you continuously doing. You know, thinking that as long as nobody know, we gonna disregard everything. But know that God knows. Know that my ancestors know. Know that everything that you done to me, such as put me in a system, such as have my true identity, such as steal from me, such as continue doing manipulation on medicine, such as continuously paying off lawyers and buying shit in my name and applying for lenders applications to take out loans. Now you gonna see and understand why you shouldn't fuck around, because you gonna find out how good God is and how good God loves me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to continuously be vindicated. Now you gonna understand why you shouldn't go in the dark playing with entities and deities and doing death spells on me. Now you gonna understand why you shouldn't be trying to manipulate my gifts and tell people that I'm insane, I'm crazy, I'm unstable, knowing that I'm an angel. Knowing that I am not of this realm. I was placed here to help you motherfuckers. Now you gonna see. And you gonna understand why I don't feel bad for you. I don't miss you. You gonna understand how it feels to sit alone. Not only on a physical sense, but on the emotional, on the spiritual, on the mental. You gonna understand the true meaning of abandonment, because you're in purgatory. You're not getting out. Your ancestors are not getting out. Now you will understand all those death spells, all that sickness spells, all those manipulations people still doing under the moon. Like they don't have anything that's going on right now. But you have a lot going on. You need to focus on those things that's going on and leave this spiritual realm alone, because your ancestors already disown you. Because you said fuck your ancestors. You chose to turn a blind eye for the money, for something that doesn't belong to you. You didn't take these years of you living to be able to bring love and understanding and to teach your children about breaking generational curses. You had spiritual gifts, but you chose to want to dibble and dab in mine because you know mine is organic, authentic. Now you gonna understand why you shouldn't meddle in things that you shouldn't be meddling in. This is some Scooby-Doo shit for your ass. Leave shit alone. You know, it doesn't belong to you. Stop touching shit. You know, so yeah, have a great night. Thank you.